All right. So I'm going to talk real quick about what to expect going into your, let me see, I think the flash PMI for the US dollars, right? So currently, let's say like 1 hour earlier or like 2 hours earlier, EU was trading just inside of this trend line, this kind of triangular pattern right here, right? And as you see, price broke through it to the upside, right? And it came to the weekly fair value gap. It has tapped it, but it didn't really go into the midpoint of the weekly fair value gap. If you look at pound USD, we also see that pound USD hasn't really gone to the weekly fair value gap right here. Okay, and I would like to see pound USD go inside of that weekly fair value gap, and then from there we can see some kind of rejection to the downside, something like this. Okay, something similar. If you go to ADUSD, you also see same thing. ADUSD hasn't taken out last week's high, which I want to see price take it out this week, and then from there we can expect some kind of sales going into next week around these levels. Okay. If you go to NZD-USD, similar to AD-USD, price hasn't taken out this high, and I'd like to see price take it out before we can look for some sales into the downside. Okay. And for this one, it's just basically based off of the wick that price made right here. It's a very long wick, and for me, I would like to see price go up this week. For the first half, sweep this last week's high, and then from there we can expect some sales going into next week. Okay, and all of it's just based off of DXY. Because for on DXY, as we see, price has struggled. It struggled last week to kind of close above this line right here. Okay, and this week we opened on Monday yesterday, and we went straight up to kind of mitigate how do I call it, to kind of manipulate these highs. And right now I think the price is ready to fall and go into the weekly fair value gap that we talked about earlier this week. If you haven't watched the video yet, then you should watch it, because it's kind of makes sense looking for source right now. Okay, so again, this weekly line that I kept here, as you see, price really struggling to close above it, and we closed below it last week, which means we will be going down to take out last week's low. Okay, even by looking at the wick, it kind of tells you that price it kind of tells that the market wants to push to the downside. Okay, the upper wick is very long than it's longer than the lower wick, so it's telling me that price wants to push to the downside. And if you look at the downside, the only kind of drawn liquidity that we have right here is just this fair value gap on the weekly time frame, and also this previous week's low. Okay, so these two are kind of the magnet that will be pushing price, pulling price to the downside. Okay, and after these two are taken out, then we can start looking for some kind of buys into the upside. Okay, something like this, something similar. Like, I don't really expect price to come that deep to these places, but if it comes, then we will still be looking for buys to the upside. Okay, but if price comes to the midpoint of this fair value gap, or even around this level, around these places, then we could be looking for for buys going into the second half of the week. Okay, so on the daily, as we see yesterday we see it too. We took out that Monday's high, Friday's high, and then we closed back inside of the line that I was talking about, the 106.175, 150 level. Okay, price closed just below it. And today we see price also taking out this kind of trend line liquidity. It took it out, and this is just simple trend line trade. Like, it's just simple break and retest, right? Price broke through this trend line right here, and if you go on the 1 hour, you see the price just came right here and retested it. Okay, it came, retested it, and it's kind of AMD pattern. AMD setup too. We got the Asia, the Asia manipulation right here. Asia high got manipulated, and then Lending took it out. We dropped to the downside. We come into the fair value gap. The price left behind. There's it right here. Okay, there's the fair value gap. The price left behind on the 1 hour. Markets real quick. Fair value gap 1 hour. Okay, and inside of that fair value gap, we are still, we should be looking for sales to the downside. Okay, and as you see, price just barely came inside of it, tapped it, gave us this big displacement to the downside. And right now, going into there's like news within 10 minutes, I think. I'm expecting price to just from here just fall to the downside. Okay, just simple. I mean, it makes sense to me by looking at price like this, and I just hope you guys also see it in the way that I see it. Okay, it's very easy when you kind of see how price is moving on the high time frame. The lower time frame makes very sense. Like if you go on the 1 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame, you can be looking for buys and stuff like that. But if you look at the high time frame, you should be looking for for sells. Okay, if you don't know what the high time frame is doing, it's very difficult. It will be very difficult for you to kind of predict where price will be drawing to next. Okay, so you have talked about DXY. I'm just expecting price to come a little bit lower this place, and then from here push back to the upside. Okay, if you haven't watched the weekly analysis, go and watch it, because yeah, there's a lot there that you guys haven't watched. Let me see. Yeah, so I think that will be all. We will just have to wait for news, and then we'll talk about it after it happens. But right now I'm on Euro USD. I'm not expecting price to kind of come below here. Okay, we're having the previous day's low right here. The previous high, the previous day's high has been taken out, right around this level, has been taken out, and right now we see that price is currently pushing lower. And just like I said, this is just barely, basically trend line break and retest. And if you aren't in, if you don't, if you're not in any trade, then this trade right here could be, I mean, could be the perfect setup for you. Okay, this can be just the perfect setup for you. Okay, but with news in the way, it's very kind of it's dangerous to trade it. Okay, for us, you have already taken out, I mean, taken some profits from yesterday around this level, because we took yesterday a trade around this area. We were targeting 12.5 hour. Let me see. Yeah, we're targeting 12.5 hour, but as we see, our take profit one just got hit around this level, and with the news, we just took our take profit one. Okay, but with news coming, I'm still expecting bullish momentum. So any buys around this level to the upside is good for me. Okay, any buys around this level is good for me. So we'll just see, wait and see what news does. It's been some few minutes, I think 8 minutes, then news will drop. So yeah, we'll see what news does. For gold right now, I'm kind of also expecting bullish momentum on gold. I won't be trading gold. I won't be buying gold. I won't be selling gold. I won't be doing anything. I'll just wait, sit on my hands till gold reaches this level or this zone around these places, and then from there I can look to um sell the market. Okay, because right now gold is currently turning into the downside. Like it has already turned into the downside. So for me, I'll be only interested in sales when price comes into this level. Okay, let me go to the daily. On the daily, we see that the level that I'm currently waiting for is this level right here. Okay, so we have this kind of price was really pushing to the upside, and it was accumulating around this level. Then it broke out of it. So this kind of breakout trade, it broke out. We wait for the retest, and then from there you can sell it to the downside again. Okay, so that's what I'm really looking for on gold. Also on euro pound, if you haven't watched it or if you haven't seen it, like we talked about this trade around this level, okay, on 21st of March, or I think the 20th of March, we talked about this trade, and I even sent it also on YouTube, and I was telling you guys the price will be going to the upside to go for these imbalances right here. And as you see right now, yesterday price went there and tapped it. Okay, it took like 32 days for price to complete the whole move, but as you see, price has completed it. Okay, the entries and all of the stuff, if you were in the group, I mean, or if you are in the group, then you know that we kind of we're able to trade this one. You go on the 1 hour, you can perfectly find this one, this trade right here. Right, we could have bought from here, stop us below here, but price will have come and swept us. But if we go on the 1 hour, we see that all of these liquidities were lying right here, and under the liquidity we had this kind of unmitigated 1 hour order block right here, and price just came in, tapped it, went straight to the upside, and around this level too, you could have also bought it to the upside. Okay, so euro pound, I mean, if you saw the video, then at least you should have profited from it, because it was a very good move and a very good trade. So yeah, for pound AUD, let me check this one. I didn't send this one out, or I haven't updated you guys on it. Pound NZD. For pound NZD and pound cut, let me talk about pound cut. So for pound cut right now, like don't do anything on this pair. Like don't trade buys, don't trade sells, just leave it be. Okay. If price comes to this level again, then you try to sell it, because I've been calling this move out, like I think like for a month right now. I've been calling this move for like a month, I think, to the downside when the price was around this level. I think March, yeah, no, around 13th of March. And I was calling it that price will be going to the downside. Okay. And me and the group, we have been really profiting from this one. So if you're not in the group, then you're missing a lot. Like, not gonna lie, you're missing a lot. Okay. We don't only trade the major pairs, we also trade the minor pairs too, and also these crypto pairs too. Okay. And also indices and metals. But for pound cut, we have been talking about this one for a longer time. Okay. Price has currently taken out this low right here. This low was supposed to go up and take out this high, but it failed. It came past the 50%, and then from here it couldn't close above this line that I kept there. Okay. And price just dropped from there. Okay. So as you see, I've also putting out a new line there, the red line. If price comes there, you can also look to sell it to the downside. If you're a swing trader and you don't want to kind of come to your chart every day, waste time and stuff like that, you can easily sell from here, from the red line, stops above this high, and you just target this low. But as you have seen, this low right now has been taken out. Okay. Right now price needs to come for this old low right here, which line around the 1.67604 level. Okay. Price needs to come there. So before price comes here, it needs to go up first, because after every drop we expect some kind of a retracement back, and then we push price to the downside again. Okay. So if price pulls back up again, then you should be looking for sells to the downside to go for this low at least. Okay. Because if you measure this whole kind of move from this low to this high, 50% is around, let me check it. We have the 50% right here, and you're having a 61.8 around this level where you're targeting. Okay. So if price comes there, if price comes here, look to sell the market to target the 50% and the 61.8 level and the 59% level. Okay. Keep an eye on this pair. Like, out of all of the minors, I really like this one a lot. I really like this one a lot. So, like, not gonna lie. So keep an eye on this one. It's kind of similar to EuroCAD, but EuroCAD is lagging. Like, it's not really moving as fast as pound cut, but it's the same kind of idea. Okay, same kind of idea. Yeah. So you will just wait and see how price will be pushing or pulling down with this news. For good, as I said, I'm just not going to do anything. I know that price will be bullish, right? I know it, but I'm not going to trade any buys. I don't like to trade buys. I don't like to trade against the trend. I like to trade with the trend. Okay. So what I really do is just identify the trend, and then I'll trade with it. I'm not going to trade against it. Like, at first I used to trade against it, but I learned not to do that, because the more you trade against the trend, the more you tend to lose money. Okay. So and the more you trade with the trend, the more you tend to kind of gain money on it. So trading with the trend, I mean, it's the best advice that you could get. Like, if I was disciplined enough to just do that alone when I started trading, then I mean, my progress would have been faster than than where I'm at right now. Okay. So trading with the trend is very good. But if you want to trade against it, I mean, you can do it. Like, there are so many ways that you can use to trade against the trend. Okay, there are so many ways. So yeah, you can join the community, because there are very good traders in the community that can help you kind of find your way into trading with the trend or against it. People that aren't in the premium membership, that are just in the free membership, okay, that will try and help you. So if you're not in the group, I mean, you're missing a lot. I'm gonna lie, missing a lot. So let me check these real quick. USD card. USD card, if it goes down, very, very good. Goes down, it's very, very good. At this point, it's very, very good. Okay. Let's check and see how price is moving. Yes, to the upside. I said, okay, the upside. Like I said, yeah. Like all of these moves, it's not they are not luck. It's just kind of the more you learn and the more you kind of find the right mentor, the easier it will be for you. Okay, because it's very easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's very easy to do this. It's very easy, but you kind of need the right mentor to kind of guide you into trading, because by you doing it alone, it's yeah, you doing it alone is very difficult. But if you find the right mentor, yeah, okay. So again, guys, like if you want to join the membership, you can join, and then we all can trade together. But I mean, I try my best to kind of wait, let me close sessions. I try my best to kind of help in the free membership, right? But it's not always that I can help like that. You get it? It's not always, because there are people that are paying to get the knowledge that I get. So I'm not going to be putting all of the knowledge that I have in the free membership. Okay. But I'm not gonna lie, like in the membership, like the things that we teach in the membership is very like, yeah, very yeah, like useful, like things that you don't hear other mentors saying, you hear me saying it, right? Like things that other mentors doesn't cover, you hear me saying it. Like it's not yeah, because there are some mentors that will just kind of take your money, and they won't teach you anything, right? But with the mentorship and with the community, is very different. Like it's very different. Okay, it's very different. The things that you get to learn, the things that you get to see, the your yeah. I'm so like I even get hype when I'm talking about it. Okay, I even get hype when I'm talking about it. But yo, that'll be all for now. The trade is currently running very well. A very good move. You went there, you have tapped this one, so it's a perfect move. TP1 hits, we are good. That'll be all for today. And again, if you want to join the mentorship, the link will be in the description. So yeah, join us, and we will all trade together, win more, lose together, right? It's not only about winning, it's also about losing, but the risk to reward ratio has to be higher than the loss. Okay, I can even show you guys. Let me show you real quick, because I'm transparent. I'm transparent. Let me show you. I'm not going to sit here and kind of do as if like I win every time. No, I don't win every time. So like we trade every kind of pair, right? We are having, if you look right here, these are all the pairs that we trade plus some other pairs. We have taken since September 15th. Before September 15th, we traded, but I wasn't journaling it. But since the date, I started, to journal it. And as you see, like, you have taken stop losses out of the 177 trades that you have taken. Let me check the stop loss. 177, right? Let me calculate it real quick. 177 to 86 divided by 177. Let me go for the win. Break even. So you have 153, like 53 trades out of 177, right? Which is, what the fuck? What the hell? Which is this, but what? No, wait, let me add this one stage, because I was like, what the hell? So your phone your phone 87 treats 87 treats out of 177, okay, which is 49% win rate times 100. So we are having 49% win rate since February 15th, right, so now. And if you only trade Euro USD alone and Pound USD, for me, I only trade these pairs. Like if you are in the mentorship, I always say that I myself, I will only trade Euro USD and Pound USD. I'm not going to be trading other pairs. Like, I'll send them in the group, but I'm not going to be trading them. Okay. So as you see, out of the 177 trades, the only trades that we have taken on, on Euro USD and Pound USD and USD CAD, for me personally, are 93 trades. Okay. And out of the 193 trades, the sum is total of 299 R, right? And the losses that you have taken on these three pairs alone is just this one. So 93 trades, right? And then you have lost 45 out of it. So as you see, like the win rate is like is almost is between 40% and 55%. Like, you get it. But the risk to reward ratio that you get from it's like, yo, is crazy. It's crazy. Like 43 minus let me see. Uh 43 minus 334.75. Right? Out of the 93 trades, right? Which is almost times two. I mean times three. So if you only trade those pairs that I trade, like, you're up, right? You're up. And we keep stats, so we're not only trading with kind of our thought process, and no, we're also trading with the journal, right? Like yesterday's trade was this trade, and it's still running. The take profit rate is around this level, okay? And I knew that the trade was going to work. Why did I know that? Because if you look at the journal, I mean the notion that I keep, right? And if you go to, it was a I think Euro USD trade, right? Euro USD, yeah. If you go to Euro USD alone, and if you go to Tuesdays, today's no Mondays, yeah, Mondays, which is day one, right? You see that on Euro USD, the trades that I have taken in a New York session, right? Which such right here on Mondays. Let me right here. Let me check. No, it was London right here. London, yes. London, New York right here. There's it. You see that on day one, Euro USD trades that I've taken on London and New York AM, they all work like they give me the average, they give me an average of kind of 3R, right? So I knew that price will be going to the upside, and price is right now is going to the upside. Like, as you see, take profit one has been hit, and take profit two will eventually get hit. Okay, so just by using my stats, I know that taking this trade will help me, will kind of guarantee me with a win. So you're not only trading with kind of what we think is going to happen, analysis. No, no, we don't do that. Okay, we don't do that. Like, yo, don't do that. We don't do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're not in the group, yeah, yeah, man. I don't know I mean, which person provides a lot of knowledge. I don't know, because, yeah, man. Yeah. It's so funny. Like, it's so funny, man. It's funny.